and you gotta welcome everybody to your Twitch. Do your intro.
Oh yeah. I don't really have an intro. I just start going.
What's a good intro? What's a good intro? That would be like great for you guys. Oh, I know. Perfect. I've got it. I've got
Okay.
it.
Okay. Go.
What's up, Ruby Revolution? It's Blazicle
Oh my
here. We're
word.
saying hello to a great new stream. We're playing some AI Dungeon. For those of you who haven't heard, AI Dungeon is literally the best text adventure you've ever seen because the results are generated by an AI. So we're playing a really fun one, a multiplayer experience where we're going to be building a world, which is super cool, kind of nerdy stuff. But I mean, if you're writing a book or if you really want some cool ideas, AI Dungeon's the way to go. It's gonna be super fun. Let's do
Maybe
this.
AI Dungeon should really pay you for that. That was extremely good. Okay. So you.
Yeah, I advertise this product for free so much, don't
Yeah.
I?
So how do you say your character's name?
I'm Entroke, and you're
Introke.
Ansia. At least
Okay.
I think it's pronounced Ansia.
I feel like Ansia is fine. And then
Ansia.
Entroke. Created mountains by smashing
Yeah.
chunks of crystal ground and pulling them upward toward the sky. The first mountain was Entroke's work. Mountains such creation of the world. They were symbols of the stubborn strength of Entrock. Oh, so you got stubborn
So
strength.
I'm stubborn, yeah. So
Ooh.
I'm gonna put that in the memory.
Yeah. So we
Entroke
got
is
notes.
stubborn.
Oops, that's not notes. We got notes.
Yeah. So now the game will remember that
Perfect.
Entroke is stubborn.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do now? We have a crystalline world covered in ice and snow with mountains made
With
out of ripped
mountains.
up bits of crystal.
Ooh. Oh, I guess I should do past tense, say, because you did past tense.
Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah, I just said created. I because I wanted to keep the story in that same tense because that's what it's been so far, and that's probably the best way to write it because then it sounds like you're writing, ancient history, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's loading. Here we go.
Created waterfalls and plenty of fluffy clouds. Interesting. More
Waterfalls and fountains of
commonplace.
water.
Oh, so that's you. You're my sister. Okay,
Oh,
Dame
so we
told me
are
that.
sisters.
Okay.
Okay, we were a little unsure at the beginning.
Well, I guess it doesn't say my gender, but I'm assuming Entroke is a male. That's
Yeah.
kind of how or like masculine. So let's see. What did it say? Um, First of all, you're the goddess of rain and water. So Ansia is the goddess of rain and water.
Perfect.
Ansia is Entroke's sister. And then
Sister.
I'll put
Yep.
Entroke is Ansia's brother. Okay, things could have gotten really weird if they would have said, no, one of us is the father of the other or something like that. So I'm glad it said sister.
Yeah, me too.
All right, I'll get it to generate a little bit more to see if it says anything else,
Mhm.
just because one tiny sentence is barely enough. Water was
Water necessary.
necessary.
Ooh.
Ah, even humans would die of heat. I'm going to take out that last little bit about the desert because there's no deserts. And I'm going to change heat to cold because,
Yeah, because it's kind of like an ice planet right now. There's not
yeah,
really,
yeah,
there's not even a
absolutely.
sun from the sound of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, it just says that there's a never-ending sky, but yeah, there's no sun. That's a good thing that you mentioned that. I should probably make one, shouldn't
Yeah,
I?
you probably should.
Um, um, how would I describe the sun creation? Because I need to make it like something interesting. Um,
Just use some descriptive words.
yeah, but I need to figure out what method because the thing about a lot of creation myths is like they have like a god specifically doing a certain thing. Like I was gonna say that Entroke like ate some of the world and then vomited and that created the sun. Like that's what I was going to
Yeah,
do.
I'm. Sh-
I think I want to do that.
I think if you mention something about the sun, the game is gonna make you the god of sun. That's
Which
my
I'm
guess.
okay with.
Yeah. If I'm raining water, I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, his sickness. I'm just gonna say it moved to and fro over the world. Not that it necessarily goes in a cycle. So we don't necessarily have. Oh boy,
Oh my goodness. The
growing
impure
sick
impure elements.
because
Where
the
did those
crystals are
come from?
impure. Farther, a star, not a light, not a
Ooh.
sun. Okay. And the was a cure for the curse of eating impure elements. So that
Okay.
I kind of want to keep that in there. I
I
don't know
feel
how or
like
why.
I feel like it's saying that the light, the sun that you made, like people need the sun in order to survive. That's what I feel like it's saying.
Oh,
Oh
because yeah,
shoot.
because all the elements of the world are probably impure. So you would have to be, if you're in the light of day and you eat impure things, it helps you stay alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So we have the sun now and we know where the sun came from. I'll just put down that I created the sun. I just want to, make all those notes. Entroke created the sun. But so far, I'm not a god of anything, whereas you specifically represent rain and water. It says it's my stomach acid and gastric juices.
I want to see what it does when I can't
Oh.
handle it.
It burned away the snowy
Oh
blanket. In
no.
its place, a brutal winter set in. This was the will of Entroke. I'm
Interesting.
just gonna get generate some more and see what else. This was the curse of
Oh, the
Entroke? What
curse.
is going on? I'm mad that you went and hid.
Yeah.
So Entroke,
Haley.
so I'm really upset.
You're upset. Hey, it
And
burnt
it
my
burned away the snowy
icy
blanket. So
skin. I can't help it. I just feel like if I was the goddess of water and rain, that my skin would be sensitive to, you know,
okay, so there's something
warmer
happened to the orb.
things.
So the orb of light isn't giving enough warmth. It burnt away the snowy blanket, but I changed it to a brutal snowless winter because all the snow is gone.
Yeah,
And
I
this
agree.
is what Entroke wanted, and this is a curse that he gave. Um, Here it is.
So why did he give the curse? That's the question.
Let's see what the AI says.
He spake to her thus.
Sister,
um,
knowing her status as a goddess, she bothered to pay attention.
ooh,
Oh, it
it
didn't
didn't
actually say
say
anything.
anything.
I kind of want to undo that and see if I can get it to
Or
speak. I
even,
will
yeah, or even just
and put a quotation in
have
it
one
and
more
just see
thing.
if it. I want to see if it generates some actual. Okay, I need to change father to brother first of all,
And
and then
I
I'm
like how it
gonna
added she burned under the sun because it knows.
yeah, and then I'm just gonna instead of saying specifically, I'm just gonna say that I spake unto you angrily. Okay, so now what? Because you're scared of me. We need to
um,
stop getting mad at each other and start like building it and like we need life. There's no life yet.
yeah, there's no
We're just
life. Um, let's see here.
it's fun doing these on my own because I've done a couple on my own, but it's so much more fun when someone else is one of the other members of the pantheon. This is really cool. I like this.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Oh, let's see here. Mm, there, I put a little bit of speaking in there because I want to see if it's gonna generate something
Okay.
that you say.
Oh, you summoned forth a being, a shadow. His beings of pure
Oh,
darkness and
oh
negative
no.
energy. Oh no, there's somebody else? They're servants of somebody else? Unless you are that. I can make it so that I can edit it so you're the night god.
I mean, I would leave it and see what happens. I
Okay,
think
for sure. So I'll just say, I
because
guess,
it's kind of interesting that
Ansia,
it was me who summoned the shadow, and then
yeah.
the shadow is from the night
Created
god. So
the. Oh wait, you summoned it. You didn't create it.
no, I summoned
Oh
it.
boy.
Yeah,
Summoned the. Oh, you summoned one shadow. Okay, that's
one
not worthy
shadow.
of being put in the. That's not worthy of putting in the memory. I thought you summoned like started like made the creation of them. But I am gonna put a little entry in the world info about shadows, just that way we have information about them in case they come up later as well. Shadow, shadows, shadows are beings of pure darkness and negative energy. Oh boy, so we're not even the big kids here. There's somebody else here that's like it's bigger than us.
Yeah, maybe we
Um,
were just creating our own planet.
and this is and this is somebody else. Um, there is a night god of shadows and the nightmare realm. We know nothing else than that at this point. We don't even have a name,
Nope, just the night god.
which is like super spooky. Okay, all right.
I'm
Um,
getting a little bit of a Thor and Loki kind of thing here.
yeah, like this is not good.
I didn't want to be. I just feel like if my character like I just did summoned because I was like hoping that the shadow would just be there. Um,
Yeah,
but if she could summon a shadow, I just feel like something bad's at play is at play here. This is why in English they're like, read this book. What do you get from this? And everyone hated doing it. Look at it, it's
I'm gonna
having
let the AI
issues.
decide what I create.
Ooh.
Oh, interesting.
So
So
yours,
like,
you weren't very good at creating things.
well, they were misshapen. Yeah, monstrous things that looked out of place next to the Eternals. That doesn't make sense. I'll change that to next to the shadows.
I think that what? No, I think the internals are us.
Okay, then I'll change it to gods. So that way it doesn't get
Yeah.
confused. And then I'll clarify it and I'll just say like they were beings of positive light. Just so that way it sounds more like um
But wait, so they are monstrous things that looked out of place, but they were beings of the light and positive energy that were created. So they're
to
technically
serve, yeah, they're created to serve us, but they don't look good because I'm just not good at creating things.
called these creatures. Ooh, what'd you call them? Shadows.
Oh,
Oh,
what? No.
come
Why would I
on.
call them
Wait, why
shadows?
are they shadows? Okay.
I'm not calling them shadows. I'll create my own name for that. Um, but I don't like the fact they're scared of their own light.
Yeah,
Um,
that's kind of weird. Maybe change. Maybe just take
yeah,
out the last
I'll
sentence
have it.
and try to
I'll have it
regenerate
retry
something.
that and just see what. You know, I called them mortals. That's good. That's
After his
really good.
first victory,
I call that a victory, I guess, because
because
so
you defeated or because they're better than the shadow that I made.
yeah, and I think they are because they serve us and they look nice. They're like horrible misshapen mortals. Joke created the first mortals, but they were misshapen. I'll just put that in the memory. But we don't know what they really are. They're they probably all look different and they're probably not like yeah. We need plants and other things. Otherwise we have a problem. I guess these are beings of light, so that could mean that they're just literally light. And it says I set eyes upon a being I'd never seen before.
See what happens.
Flowers. Oh, nice. Okay. You created it in a
Lush
single
forest.
afternoon. I love
Wow.
that.
Oh, okay. So the animals aren't very smart.
Well, that's fine. You were good. She spoke to Entroke. I scowled. Should I get it to
Oh
generate more?
no.
I'll see what it does if I generate a little bit
Yeah,
more,
I think
just to
so.
see. It's just pretty, that's
He's
all. He
jealous
was
of her
jealous. Oh,
success.
and you struck me.
Oh
Oh.
no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh,
I just wanted
Entroke.
the shadows and the mortals to live together.
You had a small damp chamber behind the kitchen of
I'm
their home.
sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I feel like you should change that to brother just to make it sound more like.
Yeah, of course. I'll
That's
say I'm
so
sorry,
funny.
my brother. That's really good though. I like
Yeah,
that.
that's hilarious.
The fact that we have a kitchen and a house somewhere in the sky, way up beyond mortals, is also kind of interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
So I should probably put that. Should I put that in like the world info somewhere, or should I just leave it? It's not. I guess it's not majorly important. So this is definitely like we're like definitely some sort of Greek or something like that. Like we have a physical place that we live in. At least you're not, at least you're apologetic that you hit me with a whirlwind.
Yeah, that's true. Oops, I spelled the word wrong.
So I was jealous that you created. I gotta put that in that you created the plants.
Here we go. Let's see what happens. Oh my
Gardens.
goodness!
Oh, oh man. Okay, okay.
Wait, when it
All
says
right.
they, is it talking about the shadow and the mortal, or is it talking about the
No, it's
brother and
talking about us.
sister? Oh
It's
my
talking about
goodness.
us.
Inbred, inbred.
I'm gonna change this from had to was. One of these children was a daughter instead of a son. Oh no, that doesn't make sense. It would have to be one of these children was a son instead of a daughter
No, it's
because
one of
there's
these
three.
children had a daughter instead of
Yeah,
a
but that
son.
okay. So that means that's like years later than when they became adults. Sure, the boy grew up and then, but all of the other so many women, but there's no other people.
Wait, this doesn't make sense. What if these children had a daughter
Yeah,
instead of a son? Like that sentence doesn't even make sense.
that's why I was like it didn't make
Oh,
sense. So I
I
was
get
gonna
it.
say one of these children was a son instead of a daughter
Yeah, that
because
makes more
that
sense.
goes specifically to the other thing,
Yeah.
right?
I think that's what the I'm guessing that's what the AI was trying to get at.
There we go. I fixed it. We have to give him a name, and we have to give the other three a name too.
I don't think the other three matter. I think it's really just this
Okay,
boy.
there we go. Let's see what it does.
I'm really scared.
His
War?
name was War. The
Like the
first
letter
seeds were
oh,
sown of the legend of War and the
War and
three
the Three
witches.
Witches.
That's the three.
Oh,
That's the three
this is
girls.
so cool. Now we get to write about the legend?
Yeah, that's what I
Oh,
mean.
I'm
Like that's why I love
pumped.
this. But
Wow.
they're living on what are they? They're on the snowy mountains. So they're the first people, the first humans. The rest are mortals that like are made of
Yeah.
light, right?
Yes. Shadows and light. So it's kind
So
of like
I'm gonna
people
add
where they're
that to
good and they're
the
evil, you know?
yeah. So I'm gonna add a entry for mortals. Mortals are creatures of pure light, and if you want to do an action, you definitely can while I'm doing this.
Okay, okay.
G. They exist to serve the gods, but they are
Oh, but
misshapen
I see. It's gonna be
and
difficult because it's always gonna
monstrous.
say and see it on say Sia on Saya on Sia Saya. Like
And
when
see, yeah, but you can instead go to story, right?
okay story and then
Or
what's this?
say, so that way it's on Sia says,
So
right? So then you can write whatever you want as a story. You don't have to start it with on Sia. You can just whatever you write is what will come out
oh
there.
okay perfect.
No wonder all the like daughters want to mate with the son. They're literally just following our example. The first seeds. I'm gonna change it to the first seeds of humanity because like other seeds exist, like plant seeds. Wait, how long later is this?
I feel like this is
Because I
the
thought the three witches were. I thought War is the boy, and he grew
yeah.
up to become a young man. And as he did, like the three other girls like wanted to mate with him. And then there's a legend of War and the three witches. So I thought the three witches were the other girls.
Oh, no,
But
I
you
was
said that
thinking
he's
no,
jealous
because
of
they
War and his
sired the
relationship with.
four children and it's a
That's
boy
us.
and
We
three
did that.
girls. Yeah,
We
but
did
I
that.
didn't think those girls would be after their brother. I thought it would be the Shadows of Mortals cuz
Okay.
the Shadows of Mortals grew together too and they made kids as well.
Oh, so you think they
So I thought the
desired the
women were
boy.
the Shadow Immortals, and they were obviously after the sun because the sun was from the
Okay.
gods.
I could change that to the shadow women instead of
Yeah,
just the women.
yeah, that's a good idea. And then
The
that
shadow
way I
and
said,
mortal women? So both?
yeah, I would
Yeah,
think so.
okay.
And then I said the three
Yeah.
witches were jealous of him because of his relationship with the rest of mankind because they all were
But
after
they're
him.
not
No,
mankind.
yeah, I
Shadows
would
and mortals
change
are.
that to
Oh.
be rest of Shadow,
The rest of the
shadows
I
and
don't know.
mortals. Therefore, they curse the boy to die at his prime and to be tormented for all eternity by a spirit. Oh, this just went downhill really quick.
Oh boy. Yeah, I put it at the rest of life because he's clearly like because Shadows and Mortals they were part of that and probably like just the plants and everything. Like he was just a great guy. So they oh man.
I feel like this is where we bring back our characters to defeat the witch's
Yeah.
spell or curse.
Oh, interesting.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no, what happened to him? I don't think that makes any
No, I
sense.
don't think so. I would take that out and try something else.
Yeah, because it's not because he was rescued, so he's not like he's probably fine. It's the witches that really have like are
Yeah.
going to suffer here. Ah, there we go.
Ooh.
Interesting. So the three female women became witches and then they got bound they got turned into rocks. So
Yeah.
now we still only have one man and no women.
No, because the mortals and the shadows were making kids.
Right. Yeah, but they're making shadow and mortal people, but not humans, which is fine, I guess. Right? We just
Yeah,
have
but
different
this says
races in our
any
world.
mortal. So the shadow people are safe. It's the mortal people who would be
Oh,
poisoned.
right. Yeah. So the shadow people are okay. Interesting. But they also got thrown into deepest depths of the mountain. So I mean,
People are going to
it's
find
not
them
a
very
major
easily.
problem. Yeah. So yeah, it'd be like years, almost centuries later, maybe when people start mining, that they would find these rocks and use them as weapons to blind other people. But you couldn't, because as soon as you see it, you would get blinded. So you
Except
couldn't
for
use
if
it.
you were a
Like
shadow.
right. So the shadows could use it as weapons against the mortals in the future. I'm gonna make an entry about witch stones because that's important, I think. Which is witch stones. So I took their power to sustain life and turned it into something totally different.
Yeah.
Hmm. So what are we gonna do with war is really the question. I like how I tricked them into looking away while
I
we did
know.
that. It's like, hey, look, there's war. I thought you stopped him, and they're like, what? And we're just like, So what's your plan? What are you thinking of doing?
I'm thinking about making.
You don't have to tell me everything,
Oh
but
yeah,
like
I'll just
just
type
like
it out.
where you're focusing. Are you gonna be like
I'm
dealing with war? Or are you gonna
I'm dealing with actually my character and war.
oh, okay. Oh boy, don't tell me.
Yeah.
You know he's your son, right?
No, I know. No, it's not that. It's not that.
Okay. I was like planning on writing something like and then Troke and Ancia feasted and War became like drunk and
No.
Ancia went in unto him and he bare she
No.
bare I was like
Da- what should he do here?
because we need I feel like we need to like I'm partly I want this story to be like an idea of how like humanity started because shadows and mortals have nothing to do with that.
Oh, whoops.
But at the same time, it would be
As
cool
you
to
said
have
that,
a
I
world that
sent
just
it.
like no, it's totally fine. Oh right, because they were oh the shadows could do it. They've gathered them ever since.
Ooh, so now they're in
The
a
wise know
temple.
these are merely symbolic of the real witch souls, which are now resting in their subterranean temple. Hmm. The wise who, I guess the mortals and whoever else. But that's yeah, like a subtext for whatever modern day is, the subtext for that.
Mhm.
Because that's in present day, right? So whoever's writing the story is saying, okay, well we know this now.
It's too bad that you can't
So
change your character's name halfway through the story. Like if we could become different characters now, that would like really help.
well in theory you could like you could just use story instead of say or do, and then you could just like I could play as War from now on as long as I use a story. So then
Yeah,
I would say and War did this,
that's true.
right?
Because then we could
Um
make it where we're actually in this present day and we're characters in present day because now this world has been made and this is like the legend that they know. And then in present day, these people could find the temple with the stones and things could really get out of hand, right? It just
that's why
depends
this
if
is
they're
that's where you can
from
write fan fiction about this.
it just depends if they're from the shadow people or if they're from the mortal people.
Right, like the races that are involved in this.
Yeah, because obviously in modern day they probably wouldn't know if they're from the shadow people or mortal people. That's why it'd make it so interesting.
Oh, so you think they would start? Because right now, I think it's very clear. Like in the history, as far as we are, like you would know someone is a shadow because they are made of pure darkness.
Yeah,
You can see that, and mortals like emanate light, even though they're misshapen and monstrous.
but
So you could tell.
I literally could see this old grandma telling her kids this story because the last sentence, the wise know, blah 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 blah. It's like a
Hmm.
bedtime story, and so we could actually
Yeah,
go to modern day now and become two people that find the stones.
yeah.
But and then by then it's probably billions of years have passed. Well, not billions, but lots of years have passed, you know, and they wouldn't know if they're shadow or mortal since they're shadow and mortal are creating people together. But that's just a thing. You don't obviously you don't have to do that.
There we go. Let's see what you think of this.
I'm talking about my son. Scorned him and told him no woman would ever want such a hideous creature. But shadows are masters of illusions, and so in pity. Ooh.
Oh yes,
Okay.
I guess I changed it to beautiful women, but I could put it back to beautiful mortals. But then they're still, if they're mortals, they're technically a different species than War, right?
Yeah.
Hmm. So who was in pity of who? Because it says the shadows are master of illusion, and so in pity, Ancia disguised the shadows as that. But I think the shadows would just do that out of their own because they heard that this was a thing.
Yeah, because they're master of illusions.
Yeah. Um, so they disguise themselves, and then what? I don't know where this is going.
I have
I'm
no
gonna see what the
idea.
AI says if I put it like another thing in there. Accepted one as her daughter. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I'll just change it to one instead of this one. But yeah, that's interesting. Isis was not a happy child and grew up resenting her stepfather, which is me, I
And her.
assume, and her
Yeah.
half sibling. I'm gonna change it to half brother War because
Yes.
that's the only like person
Because the
that she
witches are
knows.
now rocks. So
Yeah,
she wouldn't
that's
have
right. So there's
known
no
the
one else
witches.
there. All right, what are you gonna do?
um.
Oh, but Isis is not actually a child, or like a human. She's a shadow. Okay, I've got to put that down. Got to put that down somewhere. Isis is a shadow disguised as a woman. Hmm. But that could have. So that sounds like the shadow was like an adult and be acted like a child.
Yeah, a spoiled brat. That's what I feel like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get
Well,
some
when your two
speaking in
parents are
here.
divine, I mean, it's not war of mine, mate. You cannot do better. His kind will die out, and then we he's
Oh
the
my goodness, Isis is so grumpy. We will be fine. Isis scowled even more. Oh, it's your turn to speak.
yeah,
You could ask me why I chose this Isis, Isis instead of another shadow, because I mean she's kind of mean.
yeah,
But or you could do, just suggestion. That's so
yeah,
funny. His kind will die out. His kind is literally our children. So I mean,
yeah.
that's so funny. Oh, it's so good.
See what happens. Oh, I'll put a period. It keeps doing a period every time. I'll take out the spot. I'll take out the spot about war.
It just says when war
I
killed
just
you.
screamed. Oh,
Perhaps
she
the
was mad
mother
at
she cursed
you.
her
She
mother's
blamed
name
you for
and
this.
disappeared for many years. Isis heartbroken. We forgot about war and married an otter. What the poof?
No,
What?
no,
Why would she marry an otter?
no.
Just write she marries a shadow or something.
Married a mortal maybe,
Yeah,
because
because she was no
she's
longer a
not a
shadow.
shadow anymore. She's a
Yeah.
human. Yeah.
Okay. So she's out of the picture. So now what? We keep throwing these
Well, I mean,
characters
we can
off.
talk about so we can like she's technically not gone. Like you could talk about her child with this mortal, or you could go back and you could like because we're still trying to find somebody for war, or maybe we've given up, right? Like there's so many different ways this can go, depending on who you want to follow in terms of the story. If you want to still focus on us, then yeah, just go back to what you're going to do. The fact this could have been so different if I would have said instead of cursing her to do this, if I would have blessed her to do this, it probably would have changed everything.
Right?
This is so great.
We're gonna get another kind of character in here.
Huh. Many ocean lives existed. When the world was young, you created land. Okay, we knew that.
Yeah.
Now they're intelligent and wise. Last time they weren't.
Ooh, so they grew up. They grew up. All these animals.
Oh wait, so they okay, so it's just reflecting on something that's in the past, right? It's
Yeah.
saying that, right? Um, and water beings. Let's see if it says anything about the water beings or if it just derails into specifically the land animals. So
Oh.
you got distracted from the water beings, and I think that's okay.
Okay,
You
that's
gave
yeah,
birds
that's
intelligence to
fine.
fly on the winds, and
I've
the
got
deer
deer
were
as
to be with
children
children and
now, so
pets.
maybe War will marry a deer. What do you think?
See what it says about my. Um, I keep forgetting that it does a period at the end. Orcs existed. Oh
Oh my
boy, I
goodness.
created orcs.
Wait, became the servants of Manate? Manate?
I'm gonna have to fix this and just see what. So he created his own pets, and then I think that's what those are. because that's what it's saying. They became the servants of Manate, which is doesn't make sense.
No.
It's like
I would say servants
um,
of you.
Entroke, because they're servants of me, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna change it to the orcs became greedy, not the mammals,
Yes.
which they used to crush the life out of weaker creature.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, that's crazy. And then we created dragons? No, that's
No,
not. That's a
take that
little
out.
overpowered. I'm
Yeah,
going
take
that
that
back.
out.
I'm gonna while you think of your action,
I
I guess
think
I'm
this
gonna
is
I'm gonna
good.
update the world info with orcs.
Yeah, I think this is good.
Orcs were orcs are greedy and barbarous. They wield giant clubs. And then I'll put in the memory that Entroke created the orcs. So there's not just there's quite there must be like a civilization of orcs that they probably just hunt things like all the animals and then they crush them and eat them. Oh, they might fight with mortals and shadows too. Do you think shadows can be physically hit, or if they just like literally like amorphous blobs of darkness that things can just float through?
Let's see what happens. Oh, I forgot a quotation at the end.
Oh, I want to stop the orcs before they crush the gardens of Uncia's shadows and mortals. Let's see. Yeah, I'll put the quotation in there for you.
War
Um,
asked what should be done with the orcs if he stopped them. Ooh, the life was in his hands. What's War
that
gonna
their
do?
life was in his hands. Interesting. I wanna. Yeah, I'm gonna do some more and see what. War was enraged. He hated the orcs for crushing his friends when he was young.
Oh no, poor
To
War.
destroy all the life.
But you know what?
Oh
His
no,
when
War
he
is
was young,
single-handed, but
it literally could mean he was 1,000 years old. Like,
that's true. We don't know how old he
yeah,
was at this point, right?
exactly.
Like he's a man and like this could have been a few like years later because the orcs became greedy, right? So that could have been a long time later. We don't even know if War is technically immortal at all because he's our child,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
I'll
That's
see what
true.
else the AI generates.
Crushing.
See if War,
I just like how it says crushing his friends. I will stop
I
them
will not
because
stop them yet, he
have their
says. They
day in
will
the
have their day in
sun.
the sun. That doesn't quite make
Nah,
sense because
yeah.
he
I would refresh that one, see what else comes up.
yeah, we'll see what happens. I'll retry it. War nodded, and he used his magic to destroy the orcs. The world was quiet. There was no sound except the beating of Ansia's
I feel
frightened
like poor
heart.
Ancia is just so scared of everything.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. I should almost make Ansia goddess of fear at this point.
Yeah. She's got to step up her game here.
So he used magic. Um,
Maybe that's why she was
I want
scared.
to I want to change that to like to his great power, just so that way it's not clear what it is. Because I feel like we don't know what it is, and saying it's magic
And
really will
that could
like
be
put a spin on
why
this. 'Cause
Ancia is so scared because, maybe his power wasn't good.
yeah, um, hmm. I assume that like Entroke is rather upset that all their orcs are dead.
Maybe that's why she was frightened. Because he actually
Because
did
the
kill everything. Beyond the silence of the dead orc cities he had slain, and the peasant flies which had feasted on Orcaran, and there in the friend's heart he heard the power, which miscreated his own. This power he knew was power of creation. Great powers behind him, he knew that much. Ooh.
I changed it to with instead of behind. Great powers were with him because it sounds a little more, like because the great powers behind him we already know would be me and you. He heard a power, so he didn't. This is becoming the story of War, the first man.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I have to remove orcs from the world info because they're dead. Did he kill? He killed them all, didn't he? There's none
Yeah,
left.
there's none left.
I need to make an entry for war because I don't have any yet. War is the first man. We might need to get rid of war. If he's too powerful, we have to do something about that.
I am.
We already have. Oh, you are?
I am. Yeah.
You're getting rid of him? Oh boy. Well, I hope it works. If he becomes too strong, we're gonna be in trouble. Because he it says he has the power of creation. I mean, he's technically if he's our child, he doesn't have any mortal DNA. He's literally just like us.
It says please log in to continue.
Pause your Twitch stream and log in. I mean, you have to because that's yeah. Like I leave mine just always
I
on
was just gonna see if this
remember
works
me.
if I just come back in. Oh, it worked.
Okay, I mean, if you'd rather do that.
Okay, yeah. I have to just think what I just wrote now.
Yeah, I guess like so far war is a physical entity, but like there's nothing stopping him from just ascending to be like us.
Oh shoot. Yeah, I still have to
Yeah, just
log
yeah,
in.
pause your Twitch stream
Okay,
and
yeah.
log in.
I'm
You
not
might as well.
sure how to do this. I think if I just drag it out. Oops. There. There we go.
Hey, Twitch, the background you see right now is Blazicle's desktop. It's the best place ever to play games and to do really cool
It's not
stuff.
actually
And
my
just tell
desktop.
you what, if
There,
you
perfect.
subscribe to Blazicle, she will take a personal photo that you send to her and use it as her desktop background for an
What?
entire week. No jokes. If you do it and you send her a photo of yourself, obviously, professional, cool photo, she will take it and she will use it as a desktop background for an entire week. So that way she can remember that you're awesome. So subscribe,
That is not
like her
true.
stuff, comment on everything, and no jokes. That's
Oh.
definitely going to happen. No, it's totally a joke, but
Okay.
still, just imagine that that happens, and it'll be a great feeling inside.
So I'm trying to log in and it's not letting me. So let me. I'm just gonna join again. I'm gonna say hi really quick and then I'm gonna see if it works.
Oh,
Oh
like
yeah.
in the
Want
messages.
to subscribe now?
You shouldn't have to subscribe to anything.
Yeah, but then it says log in, and I'm
Yeah, but you can
trying.
log in. You can create an account.
I am trying to
Like
hit
that's what
log
I
in and
did.
I can't create an account. So I'm just gonna
Oh,
have to go to AI Dungeons Online and just create an account. I already did. That's the thing. I just have to log in. I just have to remember my password. Oh, that's right. Because
what?
I had to make my name. I forgot about that.
Your name for your actual account? And I guess ISIS is long out. Like
I feel like I already
at this
registered,
point.
so I don't know what's actually. Yeah, I did because I had to.
Yeah, to play with the other one. To play the other game you had to.
Yeah, but I just don't remember my password.
Oh, this again. All right, password recovery time. Yay.
Uh. Oh. Oh. I got in. I got in. I got in. Okay.
Nice.
Perfect.
Your password is crushing on war 123.
It's not. Oh, I need
No,
to
we
put my
didn't know
name in
about
again.
war at this point.
Oh shoot! I forgot how to spell it. Here we go. That's like, why would you do a name like that? It's so hard. Okay, and then I can drag my screen back. Do 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 do. There we go. Get it situated. Perfect. Okay.
All right, it's your turn. What
Okay.
are you going to do? This is a big deal.
I already wrote this sentence like 5 times.
Oh, yeah, I think you're like Ansia gets scared a lot, and I usually get either pleased or displeased, like as if I'm judging things.
I know. Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh. He's got a
His blade is
blade.
called Oathman. That's his sword.
Interesting.
Interesting. Are you still typing something?
Nope. I accidentally hit
Oh,
a
okay.
letter, so.
I'll let it generate more just to see what he does. If he kills you, I'm gonna be so mad.
If he was.
Oh, if he
Ooh.
was the fire god. Let's see what it says. So he's trying to figure out what he is.
Yeah, he's a god of something. Uh-oh.
Well, yeah, technically, because he's just our child, right? So he's just like us. There's the mountain of corpses. The corpses start to burn. He is. He's a
He's the god of
fire god.
fire, which is not good because I am god of rain and water.
Flies buzzed around in confusion. Wow,
Don't
that's
worry,
so
flies.
good.
You're
I'm
not
gonna
the
put that in
only
the.
one
I'm gonna put that in here.
confused.
So,
So
so
he's the
war is
god of
not just.
fire.
Yeah, war is the god of fire. So I'm gonna take out the part that he's the first man because technically he was, but not really. Like we thought he was a man, but that was our mistake, right?
Yeah,
We thought he
because
was
he's
like the
actually the
mortals,
fire god.
and really he isn't. Interesting. And I'm gonna quickly put that in the memory as well. War saw that in truth he was the,
And you're kind of
the
just
fire god.
a god.
Yeah, I'm not
Like
really
you're not
anything.
really
Like
anything,
I'm like an
which
arbiter, I'm like an observer.
maybe
I'm just kind of like
you're the throw up god. You make stuff.
I
You
puked.
are.
I created things. I created the orcs and stuff, so I could consider patron god of orcs, but they're all dead now. So I mean, that's not really a thing, right? Yes, he did. Oh shoot, did I just click back? Oh no 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 no.
Oh, I
Are
didn't
you
see.
still in?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna try join the game and just see what happens because it. Oh shoot.
I'm still here, so
Oh,
it
that's
should be
bad.
fine.
Yeah, I know, but I need to join the code, and see what happens. I clicked paste and it said Tupan. I'm like, I didn't copy anything that said Tupan. Okay, here I am. And I'm still Entroke. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
wow, that scared me. Okay. More
I
saw
think
that in
as long as
truth he
one
was the
person's
fire
on here,
god.
it's fine.
Okay. So what do we do now? Because we can't like now there's three. Oh, we can't play as him, obviously. He's just gonna do his own thing. But
Yeah, I feel like
do
he
you
could
think
just do
do
his
you
own
think
thing. I think continue as your
I mean
character and
Entroke wants to get rid of him. Entroke wants to get rid of him.
how do you know?
I don't think Entroke wants another god in the pantheon.
Could be. I don't know.
He's okay with just him and his sister. He doesn't want another. He doesn't want
Doesn't
another.
want another
He doesn't want another god edging
He's
in
like,
on
get out
this.
of here.
Um. So what? You told him to use the power for good. Do not let it corrupt him. We don't know if he's going to.
Yeah, that's kind of why I put it like I worded it like that. Because it's
Hmm.
a possibility it might corrupt him. But right now,
Yeah.
it just sounds
Yeah.
like he's figuring it out. So, as Ansia, I'm not worried. I'm worried about what you're gonna do.
Yeah. I am very wroth.
Very rough.
on
The
the hands of a
creation of his
greater power.
sisters and the hands of greater power.
He has himself that he trusted. I did. I trusted the judgment of war. I trusted the judgment, like, and I trusted, and like creation of. It's not. It's. I guess it's our creation, but I get think Entroke is blaming you for war's existence.
It says, but he said
I
the
think he's
creation
thinking,
of his sister. Does that mean that
yeah,
that?
which is war. I think he's saying that war is the create. So he's blaming you, like, for giving birth to war, and that
Yeah.
now he's in the hands of a greater power because war is a god, and so like he's in the hands of the creative power just like we are,
Oh
and that I
yeah.
can't oppose that. Um. Oh man, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna let it generate some more to see what else.
Oh, I created.
My
Oh, his
parents? No.
parents created the shadows. I just summoned the shadow.
Yeah, but we don't have parents. It would have been the night god, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm gonna change it to the night god. We don't know who the night god is, which is fine.
He cursed
I cursed the
any
fire god.
being
I
but
cursed the blood
himself.
god, but I cursed myself before. So I'm
Hmm.
gonna take that bit out because I did. I just said that, like, I'll just say that I'm just really upset about all of this.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, I had to slip something in. I just
Oh,
had
all
to.
good.
Oh boy, it did exactly what I expected it to do. Close,
Ooh,
but
so
not
you're
not
actually turning
completely.
evil in your wrath
Yeah.
to corrupt and
I'm gonna get
destroy.
rid of the part about the nightmare realm.
Oh shoot. Oh, it just threw me out and threw me back in. I don't know why.
Yeah, so I'm really things are going all over the place. Well, they don't have form either, so they must like possess things.
I don't know how to spell this word. Oh, I was close. I was close.
I guess war could probably just destroy them. You could just burn everything. What is Ansia doing? What are you focusing on?
Ah,
Ansia
I had
war.
to. Okay, it's supposed to be story. It must have
Okay,
switched
so
on
it's just
me.
a
I'm
story thing.
sorry.
Okay,
Yeah. You want to change
I'll see if I
that?
can change that. I'll just say war was walking, but
Yeah.
I'll have to see if it makes sense. Speaking the language of fire and warming the mountain village. When his mother, so that's Ansia, right? His
Mhm.
mother, like Ansia, you ran
Yeah.
in. War come quickly, a massive orc army is approaching the town.
What is the
What's
name
the
of
name of this?
this town? Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna change the orc. Orcs are all dead, so like that doesn't
Yeah,
really
there we
make
go.
sense.
There we go. The demon army. Yeah.
And I'm gonna change. I'm gonna get rid of what War said and just generate some more and just
Yeah,
see if
I
he
agree.
says anything. So you hung out in physical form, like I haven't. What's the army strength?
I counted a million demons.
Oh man.
Oh, so it's kind of like mother and son turning against the dad and the brother. Oof. Man, you must have been really mad to bring that many people.
Oh, the night god is here. I'm gonna get rid of the Dark Lord magic
Yes,
piece because
I
that makes
agree.
no sense.
Wait, so
But he's just sleeping now.
you repented. So that means you were sorry that you brought them forth?
Yeah, like I'm sorry that I created the demons.
So it was a mistake, but they're still here.
Yeah, they're still here, and now like the night god is just ignoring us because he's clearly more like he's bigger than us, 100%. And like I'm asking him to like forgive me somehow, and maybe then he'll like get rid of them.
Ooh.
I'll change that to night god because it's the night god that we're talking about. Hmm. I wonder what he's gonna do. I'm gonna just yeah, I think I should generate more.
No, 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 no. I think I got it.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. Are you sure?
Oh.
All right, I'll go
Ooh,
back.
yeah, wait, that was good. That was good.
Okay,
Bring it
okay.
back. Bring it back, because it said a
That
blaze.
sounds like something war, but that sounds like something war would do.
I
Thermonuclear power?
no, I know, but just wait.
Oh, that's great.
I gotta.
So maybe the night god isn't evil. Maybe he's just like so much bigger than us that he doesn't really care about things unless he sees that the world is gonna fall apart. I like how war's just like, what's the army strength? Ah.
Ooh, so the shadows
Yes,
could
of course. But the
fight,
shadows are fighting back.
but the
The
mortals
mortals haven't
aren't.
done.
Ooh.
Like, well, I mean, we can find out. Like, if I hit the thing, and just see if it says anything about the mortals.
Oh.
Just like the horror show.
Apparently the mortals don't have a strong stomach. But it says immortal. Wouldn't that just mean
Well,
me and you?
they were created by Entroke, and Entroke vomited at the beginning of the world.
That's true.
So, I mean, but the immortals are doing it too, and immortals, I assume, are like the shadows and the demons.
No,
Like I
no,
assume,
I
like
think take out immortal. I don't think that makes sense because we don't really talk about any immortal people yet.
right. We don't have, yeah. I kind of half assumed that maybe shadows were like that, but
Yeah,
I didn't know for sure. Because mortals, like, yeah, because shadows, it doesn't mention really them reproducing or anything, but mortals, I would assume, since they're called mortals and they're still around, that they're reproducing.
well, I was thinking they were mixing and matching.
Oh yeah, like kind of yeah, going into bits and pieces.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
so depending on what percentage of you was shadow, you would probably live longer.
Yeah. Wouldn't puke as much. That's so funny. It's your turn to type if you got
Yeah,
an idea.
yeah.
I had to scroll back to remember what War's sword's name was because I was like, I gotta add that in there. The Oathman. Oh my goodness.
Oh, interesting. So it didn't even, it just like it's just talking about war now. Like I feel disturbed, but it doesn't really say anything about what I would do. It's useless. You cannot kill them all.
Ooh.
Surrender now. Allow us to take you. No, that makes no
Oh no,
sense.
change
No, no,
that
I'm doing
shadow
that.
to demon. I would just change it to the. Oh no, because the Night Lord isn't even evil.
Yeah. I just
Yeah.
want to see what the shadow says, or if he tries to, unless you end up like this man.
I would not be cowed by a head full of demons. Ooh. Does he say something else? Because the quotations don't end.
Yeah, I can see. I can get it to keep going and just see what he'll say. But he's acting as if the shadow is
See
evil.
the way the mortals are being slaughtered? Oh.
I kind of want to. I'll take out the do you want to join them, and then
No. Wait, what?
how
I
about
think it's
this?
okay. I'll never surrender to demons. In your
Because this
form, see
way,
the way mortals are being slaughtered.
because
I feel
so
like this is good. Leave it like
the
this because
shadow's
I
trying
have
to
a.
convince him. Yeah, the shadow's trying to convince him that hey, if you back off and just surrender, then no more mortals are going to die. Because the shadow's trying to like convince him that that's probably the better choice. But war is a god, so we'll see what he does.
You have to change it from shadow to demon.
Where? No,
Oh,
like the
I think
shadow.
because
So the shadow's good.
the
The shadow's
shadow's
trying to
good.
tell
He's
him,
just telling.
hey,
Yeah. Okay, I
stop
see.
fighting, right? You know how sometimes the good guy
Yeah.
just says we should surrender because there's so many casualties? That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
But I wonder how War's going to respond to being called a fool. Maybe he still feels like he's sort of a man. Maybe he doesn't feel as much of a god like we do.
I'm just gonna write this and just see what happens.
You fell over? You've been stabbed in the neck? Are
I
you
wanted
still
to see if he
typing?
would come save me or if he was gonna give up. I wasn't sure what he would do.
Oh. So he frowned and then he just asked the final
He
question.
unsheathed.
Why did you stop fighting? I thought you were on our
Oh, he doesn't
side.
even care.
Okay,
I was hoping he would like either, be like, yes, let's stop fighting because now that I was hurt, or that he would be like, no, we're gonna keep fighting. You know?
I'll save you.
Oh, how nice.
He doesn't see his sister. You're not his
His
sister.
mother.
You're his mother. And I'll change it to past tense. He wept. So you're not dead, I don't think. You're just, yeah, you're unconscious. Oh, right, because the fight is still going on. Intro card, and what did I do? I ran up. And,
You ran down.
oh,
It should be
a
ran
blade of.
down.
Okay, yeah. Where does it say ran down? Oh, ran to the upper reaches, and I should say it ran to the lower reaches.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then I'm still up there. I'm just
Yeah.
lower
You're
down,
still
and
up
I have a
there.
sword. This is where things are gonna. This is where things are gonna go. Like gloves are off now. I have a very powerful sword.
Ooh. So did you do those first two sentences, like the sister in trouble and picking her up gently?
Yes.
Okay. It was kind of hard when I was putting the other story on Wattpad. It was kind of hard to see sometimes like where people stopped writing. So I got like a few things
Yeah.
wrong where people stopped, but it like kind of flowed how I did it, so I just left it.
What? Why
Oh
would you
my,
tell me I'm trapped? That makes no sense at all.
I don't understand. And
And I don't. I wanted the AI to generate a name for the sword. You know.
yeah.
But in the end, even a sword wielded by will not save their minions. Oh
Oh
no!
no.
I'm gonna put the name. I'm gonna put a name in there then if it's not gonna do it. I'm gonna name it. Um, named his sword Barad-dûr because that sounds like a Lord of the Ringsy name. Barad-dûr. Oh, so that's bad. That's bad. I think like I don't know if we can save the world.
Oh, let's see what
War
happens.
sword is named Oathman, right? Oh. I was the cause. I'm not sure. I can't do it.
I
Oh, he's
can't.
giving. He's breaking down.
Oh no! War! You can't break down! We need you! Oh
I need to put
no!
down that he has a sword called Oathman, and I have a sword called Varadir. Okay. Oh no, so that's not good. All right. Well,
He's
um,
breaking down. Give him some fatherly advice. Come on, man. We can't lose our village. I
yeah.
like the shadows and the mortals. And you know what the problem is? It says too in your sentence. It says, but in the end, even a sword wielded by a wrathful god. That's why.
That's what I am. I'm
Yeah,
wrathful. I'm fighting the demons.
that's probably why. Because the demons are also wrathful because they are made from your wrath. So how is your
Maybe,
wrath
yeah.
supposed to kill your wrathful demons? Just wondering. Just putting it out there, you know.
Okay, this sounds strange. Let me see how I do this. That's definitely encouraging, isn't it? Yeah, I want one, please.
Nothing loaded on my screen. Did you send it?
No, I don't know.
Oh, there we go. Oh, you have your name twice. Retreated from the battle upon hearing his
Oh.
son crying. Shaken him firmly, he spake thus. I cried not when I was unto your mother and bore you. I feared nothing. He was strengthened to resolve henceforth. And war heard the words of his father, were wiped away, a tear not standing tall. He faced the army of demons once again. The demons charged and war set in their way, his sword raised. Ooh.
This is literally just a fight for every good thing in this world.
Literally.
Boom. There we go.
Wow, the sentence that changes the battle.
We need to make the battle end though, otherwise this is gonna keep going.
I know, I am. Okay.
Trying not to puke, did you really?
I did.
He took one of the most grievous head wounds you've ever seen.
You've ever seen. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. There we go. This is like the climax of the battle. So now like it's there, it's happening, and now you can just end it.
Yeah, I'm ending it here.
That was a good battle though, you know? It's the
It was,
typical
that was impressive.
starts fighting, is told they're not gonna win, breaks
In a group of
down.
airships? No, no, what?
Whoa, what?
Okay, no, that's too
The
plot
slain.
hooky. I'm
Wait,
getting rid of
whoa, I
that.
didn't even see it. Every last one was slain at the blade of Othman and the spears of the shadows. The shadows became popular as warriors, and many mortal women claimed to be shadow mates for a little extra warmth at night. War was dubbed the bane of the demon. Oh, that's so good.
So not only did he slay all the orcs, but he slew all the demons too. Oh man, that's he's
So what's gonna
impressive.
happen
Wow.
now?
I don't know. Should I get it to generate more or not?
I'm gonna write a little bit here.
Okay. So wait, it says mortal women claim to be shadow mates for a little extra warmth at night. So
Yeah.
what does that even mean? That means they're not actually shadow mates, so they're sleeping with someone else, but saying, "Hey, I'm a shadow mate, so
Yeah,
you should
they're
totally like
pretending
sleep
that
with
they're like
me."
married to
Like,
shadows. Or that they're, yeah,
and
interesting.
then going to sleep with other mortals for the prestige of having slept with a shadow.
Yeah,
That's what it
I
sounds
guess.
like. This is wild. I mean, how old is the world at this point? Do we think it's 1,000 years old yet?
I
I don't
have
know. I
no
don't.
idea. I'm guessing it's around 1,000 because it said he was young when the orcs killed, and the orcs
Yeah,
said centuries, right? So,
definitely. And whoever's writing this, like things might not be written completely in chronological order. Wait, did you say the thing about Warburg?
oh my goodness,
They were
I did
not
not
yet
say any of
destroyed.
this. I just said Warburg. I just wanted a town name, so I didn't have to say the town of shadows
So they weren't
end.
all destroyed.
So I'm gonna actually pin that, and I'm gonna say the
You can
town.
do it in the world info. You can if you wanted specific info about Warburg, you can in the world info you can make a tag and you can put Warburg in there and then you can write a short description about
I'll
Warburg and
just
how
write
it
it
was
in the
founded
pin
by.
first.
Okay, sure.
That's so funny that the ladies are just like sane. That's funny. Okay, I'll put it in here. So you have to add world info. Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
Hmm.
There we go.
So Lucius wants the power to destroy the world, and he saw that the world was almost destroyed with a million demons.
Okay, wait. I
So he's
can't get
trying to like,
back.
oh,
Give me a second.
hmm.
I might just have to rejoin it. It's not loading. Oh, I already have that copied. Let's check. Oh, I clicked back instead. Okay, here. Okay, I'm here. Was planning an assault on Dockrus, a great mortal city of Warburg. Interesting. Oh, so this is years later. Lucius wanted the power to destroy the world, and he wanted that power for himself. Interesting.
All right, here goes. I have to. I had no choice. Ah, it didn't do it. It
Ah, it
didn't give a
doesn't give the
name.
name. Shoot.
Here, I'll redo this as a story event, and then it should do it.
And her name was. Ooh.
Her name was. Let's find out. Oh, now it says Entroke says. Oh, come on. Okay, I accidentally did
Whoa, it
save.
says Warnot. Her name was Warnot. That's what it said.
Or not.
I'm serious. Oh, Faith.
Oh, her name
Okay,
was
changed.
Faith. Okay.
Interesting. One day, however, if only mortals stumbled upon Lucius's lair, the musings of a demon were explained to an
To
average
the
mortal.
average mortal. Okay, that last bit doesn't make really sense. I'll just say they were explained to the average mortal.
I don't understand that part. The musings of the
So
demons were explained.
so that means basically I think what it means is I'm gonna change it to the musings of the demon Lucius. Because
So,
then that way at
so
least
it's like a bedtime story. So every mortal knew the story. That's what it's saying? that the
I think
parents
no,
told the
what
stories.
it's saying, I think, is that the things that demons think and say, and that their philosophy is being explained to people. Their philosophy that if we destroy everything that's not like us, we can like rule the world. So it's becoming a thing that the mortals in that area, which is the area it says here, um, the area of Docruz, somewhere around there, I think, is that the philosophy of demons is getting explained to average people.
So it's saying that they
Hmm.
should destroy what's not like them.
I'll see I'll trigger the AI to see what it says. These musings were terrifying. These musings would make that much worse. What? Okay, now I'm not too sure. I'm gonna change that to
I would just say the mortal stumbled upon the lair. That's what I would do.
yeah. That's probably yeah. So the rest is just like
Yeah.
yeah,
And then I know what's
and
gonna
then we'll
happen.
see.
I know what's gonna happen.
Oh, okay, okay. What about Faith? We have to figure out what she's gonna be all about. I assume she's gonna start the same way War did. Like she's not gonna know or realize her power until a certain time frame.
Yeah, I'm guessing that too.
Hopefully she's good. We've got too many violent members of our pantheon. Isis is probably long dead, as well as everything that happened with her.
Probably.
That's what happens when you refuse to marry War.
Come on, why would she refuse? He's a great guy.
I wonder how many children War has had at this point.
I mean, a few, probably a few, because those shadow or those mortal women say they slept with shadow people. So I mean,
Yeah, and then like and all this stuff, and before like even at first when he grew up and like even his sisters like just so like crazy. Humbling mortal. I wonder what's gonna happen. Lucius's lair. What?
the shiny stone is the witch.
Uh
I brought the witches back.
oh boy. Okay. The blindness struck all.
Who saw the stone also struck all who looked upon Luke. Oh, so the stones are now affecting Lucius?
So hold on. The blindness struck all who saw the stones. The
No, you
blindness
gotta change
struck
that to
all who
struck
looked upon
all
Lucius.
the mortals who saw the stone because it only affected the mortals, not the
Right.
shadow people.
That's right. Yeah. It also struck all
The mortals who
mortals
saw
who looked on
Lucius,
Lucius.
which makes him even more
So
dangerous because now they can't even see him.
but that means the demons can't. Oh no, wait, demons aren't mortals.
Demons are demons,
Hmm.
but and it's only the mortals who looked upon Lucius.
Who began to change? How did he
I
change?
don't know.
We'll find out. Within days, Lucius had become a monster
Oh
that
my
could lick
goodness.
itself like a lizard, and spiked horns that resembled the antlers of a deer.
Interesting.
Not that very many people would see it,
Well, I
or
mean,
they would see it
the
and it'd be the
shadows
last
would
thing they'd
see it, and the
see.
gods would see it,
Yeah,
and the demons, but just not the
yeah.
mortals. The mortals are so point, like so
They're
weak.
so weak.
They
They're
can't
just
do
like, and they're
anything,
all misshapen and stuff too,
and
right? Remember that, right? They don't
they all
look like
just
people.
throw
They're like,
up and brag that they slept with Shadowborn to, you know, not so
oh,
stupid.
that's so great.
Did you put that in the notes
I'm
that
trying to get some
the
more
mortals
description
can't
of
look at
Lucius.
Lucius? Did you put that in the notes?
No, I haven't yet. No.
Okay, I'll do that.
He what? That doesn't make sense. He can't make a. He have a robe made of somebody else. Of war flesh. How did he do that? No. Come on, give me something good here. The skin of his vic. Okay, yeah, that works.
We're almost out of note space.
Of memory, you can put more space in. The AI only remembers 1,000 character chunks, so it'll start forgetting things at random inside there if you have it longer.
Oh, okay.
That's why I said if you put it in the world info, then like it's something that
Oh
if
yeah.
there's enough information about a character.
Lucis would also wear a robe made of skin of the victims and carry a staff with a crystal ball on top of it. War was not prepared for this sudden mutation in power. Uh-oh. Oh.
Yeah, I fixed it because we didn't know about Lucius until just now.
Yeah, for you've been unprepared. Unaware. Ooh. So what's
Okay,
gonna
so you
happen?
made a. Let me see. Okay, I can make a world info thing, a tab about Lucius or about any of the characters really. Or we can leave it. Like it's not the end of the world. I've had memory slots that are like 2,000 characters and the AI still seems to remember stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah. So what's going on now? Because so Lucius, we need to like I don't want Lucius to like take over. I keep thinking of Lucius Lupin from Stargate Atlantis, the one that makes like everybody like him with the like the flower extract and stuff like that. You know what I'm talking
No,
about?
I don't remember that.
Hey, how do you make your hair go like that? You don't remember? No?
No. Oh, the guy. Wait, did he say that to
And
Ronan?
he also later on he was in an episode where he had an ancient shield and then he was like making deals with bandits so they would attack the town and he would beat them up and then like the town would like him.
Agents of Atlantis. I mean, not Agents of Atlantis. Shoot.
No, not your fan fiction.
Stargate. Stargate Atlantis.
Yeah, like hey, how do you make your hair go like that? Is what he always said to John Shepard. And like it's hard to like
John Shepard. I thought
here
you would say that to
I'll find a
Ronan.
picture of him and like see if I can.
Okay. No, I don't remember that.
You will when you see him, I think. Unless Lucius Lavin. Okay, here we go. I got it. Copy image, throw it in a private Discord message to you. There we go. Lucius, remember him? If you don't, then I can't
Let
tell
me
you much
look.
else.
You know, it's been years since I've watched that, right?
Okay, don't worry about it. No,
I'm
it's fine.
sorry. I gotta rewatch that.
No. Anyway.
The Divine House with.
So what's gonna happen now?
Well, I'm kind of gonna leave it up to the AI. Actually, I'm just putting a little more fact in there.
Okay. War. If War starts like doing all of the stuff for us, I think Entroke is gonna get jealous of him. Oh. Oh, so Faith does know that she's a god. Okay.
Yeah, but she
I'll
probably
put
just
that. I'll
doesn't
put
know
that in the
God of
thing.
what. Like, obviously she's a god, but she doesn't
Yeah.
know God of what. In a civilized
Put
order.
that.
Yeah, that's important. Wait, all
Without
of.
destroying all of Warburg, maybe, or all of the world.
I would do Warburg, I think.
Yeah, because we care about Warburg. Like the other city that was mentioned, Docrus, we don't care about it
Yeah, we
very
don't really
much.
care about them
Yeah.
because that's not our city. We created Warburg. We like Warburg.
Yeah. Okay. Um. So how are we? So let's see. Um.
Young and foolish. Propose that these in their.
I'm gonna
Okay,
get them all to I'm gonna get War to propose something as well, and then after that we can propose things too. Maybe
okay.
they use the shadows to assassinate Lucius, reasoning this would
Ooh.
prevent a potential stalemate, as had happened with the demon invasion.
So now
Hmm.
we can.
Do you want the last word, or am I gonna have the last word? Because we can also put suggestions forth and then see how things go.
I think if you have um
I have the
intro
last word.
put something in, like say what his idea
Okay.
of how to defeat, and I'll say what my character's idea is to defeat, and we'll
Okay.
we'll see what
Yeah.
happens from there.
Well, part of me want to just say Entroke proposed and then just leave it blank and then just see what the AI comes up with.
You could do that.
Are you gonna do that?
I don't think
No,
so.
I don't think you are. Okay. Here we go. This is Entroke's thing.
Oh my goodness! I had no opinion. What do you mean I had no opinion? What do
Okay,
you
I'll
mean? No,
edit.
that's fine. Just leave it.
I'll.
That's fine.
You sure? Are
Yeah,
you
I think
sure?
that's actually kind of funny that they
Okay.
threw
Okay.
that in there.
Okay. Well, I can. Are we gonna let the
And
AI
cared little
generate the
for the
compromise
battle.
for us?
Okay, maybe don't say cared little. Just
Okay.
cared about
You had.
Warburg because she did really care about the shadow people and the mortals in the beginning, and I think that's important to keep that in
Mortals
there.
and
Had no opinion. Give it up. This lady is so weak. Why is she so weak? Just because I made her weak to the sun. Oh my goodness.
even Faith is a better suggestion than Uncia. Are you sure you want this to be the case? I can just put your
No,
opinion in there.
this is good. This is fine.
Okay. Well, then let's see what the AI says because it's saying it's a compromise, right? So I
Yeah.
want to see what they do. What we're going to mean under the umbrella. Okay, so we're just gonna specifically protect that place.
And not be touched.
Let's
So
see
we'll
if it says
probably
any.
battle around Warburg, but just don't bring the battle to Warburg.
As long as they worshipped their respective gods.
Oh, so we want
I
them to
don't know if this is a
worship.
proper compromise between all the stuff that we mentioned. Would not. Okay, hold on. Okay, so we're
That
not
will make sense.
assassinating or capturing. We're going to specifically talk to
To
him
talk to him.
ourselves.
Interesting. That's gonna be great. Let's see here. See what my person should do.
Okay. Hmm. So we're gonna sit down with him and be like, hey, you can't just do this. Let's find out a thing you can do.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, it's a smart move if we can get this monster to not destroy everything, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if he's gonna be open for bargaining. What's your plan? Did you have dog Lucius? Lucius was a few minutes late.
He looked like he was gonna cry.
I'm gonna change office to temple because you probably have a temple,
I
and
probably
that's
do.
kind of
Yeah.
he looked like he was about to. And then
Hello. Hello. You
I'll
replied.
change
Let's
those to
change that just
more
to me.
formal.
I would just change that to me. Change you to me. I think. And then then your guy can say
Sia,
something.
yeah. Well, I was gonna change it to greetings because like there.
Oh yeah, there we go. Greetings. So now your guy can say something.
Yes.
Yo, I know you don't like our city, but we like it. Don't blow it up. Oh my goodness. I maybe you should use the word bro. No, I'm kidding. That was so funny. I laughed so hard because I was just like brother, and then it's like yeah, bro. It's like, okay. Oh man.
hold on. That doesn't even make sense. I'm gonna have to get it to do its own thing. This causes a look of annoyance. What else do you think?
Didst thou really think
Didst
we would
thou?
let them? No, Melody. Oh, he's
No.
polite. He's polite. Okay, let me talk. Let me talk.
Okay, okay. Faith and War are just not saying anything. Although Lucius is probably younger than, well, he's younger than War, but not younger than Faith. Imagine the people living in this town when they see we've all actually physically appeared in the Temple of Ancia and we're just like literally talking. But then when they go in and they see Lucius and they become blind,
Oh my goodness.
we have to like put a cloth over him or something. Or Faith is standing outside being like, no, you can't go in there. And they're like, why not? And she's like, just trust me.
Okay.
Oh, I'm your brother and your husband.
So be it. Oh my goodness, that was really easy.
So
Wait.
he's not gonna do it. Okay.
That was like super simple. Man, we need to solve the world problems. What are we doing sitting here? Oh man.
Most of the time we're doing that back to you.
Oh my goodness. No, you're not. Yes, I am. That's so funny.
By slaying me, I would assume that's the intent. That makes no sense at all. None of this makes
Oh,
any
that's
sense.
so
I don't know what's
funny.
wrong with Lucius. You- what's wrong with you?
Oh, that's so funny. I have no wish to kill him, but if I cannot stop them, I don't want to share the burden of death with them either.
Oh, you talking about mortals?
Ooh, because they can't
He's
look at
probably,
him.
yeah.
They can't look at him or
But
they
also,
get
maybe
blinded.
maybe he's talking about stopping them, as in stopping their growth,
Or
and he's
maybe
worried that
stopping
like,
them from looking at him because they're gonna go blind and that's why they die, right? They can't
yeah,
find
but he's
food.
evil and he wanted to destroy everything anyway. Why would he care?
Because he came in looking sad, remember?
Oh, maybe he's upset that that's happening.
Yeah, maybe he just
Because
he's a
maybe, oh, so
he's a
maybe he wanted to rule mortals,
oh
and
no
now
no
he
no.
never can because they become blind.
Oh, or he wanted to just kill them all, but this is not like a good way to kill them because they're literally killing themselves by looking at them because they're just
No, they're
going
just becoming
blind.
blind.
Yeah,
So
but
you think it's too easy? No, because it
it's not
says
a
he's like
challenge
in
for
this
him.
response, he says, "I have no wish to kill them."
Yeah, that's true. I think yeah, maybe then he wants to just roll them.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I go next. I think I know what to do.
Okay. Yeah, because that doesn't answer my question, but like, I mean, is that our rule now? Whenever we talk to mortals, we are like our creations, we have to speak in King James.
It's really hard.
Don't do it then. It's fine. I wanted to, but it's fine.
Oh no, I'm doing it. It's just really hard. Well, it's kind of ye, I did ye.
He said, if
What?
you wish not to kill mortals, do you wish to get to wear clothes?
What? What is happening? In which a few of the shadows chuckle. Oh, because the mortals can't be in the same room with him.
Right, but the
So maybe
shadows
it's the
can, so they're just
shadows
laughing.
watching.
Wear clothes.
Why does he need to wear clothes? I don't understand.
maybe he's joking because the fact that right now his clothes is literally just skins of people that he's fought and
Oh,
defeated.
that's
I don't
true.
know.
That could be. Maybe just leave it in there. I think
But
it's
that is a really
hilarious.
funny joke.
I mean, I think it's hilarious. If that is your wish, War says, no hammer. He just puts it out there. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, man. Ah. It's actually a really savage joke because the shadows chuckled about it.
Yeah.
And this Fulby said a king on the mortals. She's thinking about it. You're not really sure if you want her to. Then again, you are the leader of the shadows. Does that
I'm gonna
Indra?
change that to, like, I'm gonna put it
No,
into
no,
like
she's the leader of the shadows right now, is she not? Or the night god is? I think she is, because she summoned them, right?
yeah.
And then you
Yeah,
made the
I'm
mortals.
fixing
Yeah,
it.
you made the mortals, and she wanted them to live in peace. That's how it started. So
Yeah.
yeah, I would just say she's the leader of the shadows.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Uh, oh, so you're thinking about it, like so
I'm
Ansia's
thinking about
convinced that
him
maybe
being
this is a good idea.
the king of the mortals because I'm already the leader of the shadows. So I didn't. I just didn't want
Hmm.
war. That was my thing.
But War's a good guy.
No, you know what I meant.
Oh.
I think we should consider all options. Ooh.
Oh my love. Really played into this. I mean, if that's what's going to stop Lucius from killing so many people, then maybe it's a good idea. But that means the mortals will never be able to see their ruler. They'll only be able to just hear rumors about what he looks like. Or Shadows could draw a picture of him and like give it to them. Be like, here's what he looks like. And they'll purposely depict him as a shadow just so that way shadows have a higher societal rank. Which I think they already do.
Um.
Are you doing it all in King James
I'm
again?
trying. It's kind of hard, but I have a few words here and there. Okay, there. I tried.
What happened? Villains have mortals and shadows alike. Do not need it. You would just say it, and the townsfolk do not need. Like not everything has to be like.
Yeah, no, but it
Unseen
at least the
knowledge.
game gets it, you know? They
Yeah,
understand what
yeah,
I'm
that's right.
saying.
Yeah. Why do you think this one would make a good ruler?
She asks. I
Because
don't,
War doesn't
you
like it, but Faith, yeah.
Faith doesn't care, War does not like it. But
So
it is
why would
War's
I
town,
don't get why
so
Ansia would ask that question because she was already supportive of it.
I would say why don't you think?
Yeah. Or why do you
Why do
not
you not
think? There
think?
we go.
Yeah.
Why dost thou not think?
That he
Okay.
will
And so
not
War is
think.
what's War is gonna reply. Let's see. I'll see who says what. He is young and arrogant. His ego will crush any will he may have. That may be true, but I can still rule just fine with the ego.
He is savage. He is just, oh my goodness. That's so funny. Oh man, he just is, what do you call that? Sassy.
Yeah.
Anyway, I do need to get going. So can we save it somehow?
Yeah, I think so. Um,
Because it's hilarious.
I mean, I can save it, but I don't know if I can reopen it as a multiplayer game. That's the only thing I'm not sure of.
Oh, I see.
Or if I do, I will have to be constantly in story because it'll probably just put me as
Ooh,
you.
so you let him rule.
I did. After hearing this, Entroke made
Be with a
the call.
veil lest they blind them. Princeton ear to ears takes his word though he
I'm
says
gonna. The other piece doesn't make
agree.
sense. I guess I could change it to war because war doesn't like this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we can leave it at this if you need to go.
I think this is good because then it's kind of like what's gonna happen now? Because War's obviously really not agreeing with his dad.
Yeah.
So
And the other thing is, I made him rule over Docruz, which is not the city of Warburg, so I kind of made a compromise there too, right?
yeah, I like how you said except with a veil.
Well, because otherwise they'll be blinded.
That's so funny. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
All right, so I said, okay, well,
Okay.
that's a fair compromise.
Okay. Well, we'll see if
All
we can
right,
get
so
back on it
it should save.
later. And do you wanna? Did you
Let's
wanna
see if
say
it's
thank you
saved.
for
I'll go to
watching
my
to
stuff.
everyone who's watching right now?
Oh, hey, thanks for watching Blazicle stream. I really should just become the official narrator for this. If you support that, like and subscribe, and in the comments you should totally put baked toast for narrator, and yeah, that'd be great. I'm
Okay.
glad you guys enjoyed AI Dungeon. It's awesome, fun times. You build cool worlds if you know what you're doing, and I definitely do. So yeah, see you around.
Okay. Bye.